What is going on, guys? Welcome, Crypto FUD. And let's jump right into this. What's going on, Lazy? Vetus, what's going on, brother? No worries, bro. I know you got to grind out there, bro. People got to get their mail, right? No Diddy on that one. No Diddy on that one. Whoa, you talking about the beard? Actually, I'm growing it out, bro. Well, let's get right into this, guys. What a hell of a day, guys. We knew it was coming. We knew it was freaking coming. Right now, freaking XRP is absolutely mooning right now, guys. Absolutely mooning right now. $3.08 yesterday. I think it was a few days ago. I pretty much called it, which it was inevitable, right? Anybody could see it coming. I told you guys, as soon as we started getting past that CPI report, which we're going to talk about that today. Once we got past that CPI report and a lot of this macro numbers that we've been dealing with for the last 2 weeks, that we probably were going to start seeing a nice move towards the upside. Getting back to XRP here in a second. Bitcoin right now, 99,400. We have run up to about 100,600 so far. We are having somewhat of a little bit of a cool off. We've had such a massive run in the last few hours. Pretty much in the last 12 hours, we've seen such a massive run. CPI report, dropped this morning, and it was nothing but perfect. I don't remember the exact numbers. It's been such a long day, but I'm pretty sure the core inflation actually came a little bit below, a tick below than what it was what was forecast. I think it was like forecast 3.2, 3.3, and it came like 3.1 if I'm not mistaken. Point of the story is inflation, I'm not going to say finally coming down, but it's starting to at least head in the right direction. We've been kind of flatlined for the last 6 months. We were expecting it to come actually up a tick, and it actually came down a tick. So that's why you saw such a massive run today in the markets. A little bit of fuel for the Feds when they were basically talking about this in December on their meeting. They were talking about the job reports and inflation kind of being stagnant, right? Stagflation. Well, now we're starting to see maybe a little bit of a budge towards the correct side, which is inflation coming down. That could be fuel for maybe the Feds to come out and say, you know what, maybe we are going to do these 4 deductions or reductions in the interest rates for this year. Remember, they went from 4 to 2. The market pretty much did not like that across the board, even the stock market. And we saw somewhat of that was the beginning of what we've seen in the last, I would say 3 to 4 weeks. So with that being said, good macro numbers coming out today. Bitcoin right now, loving it. Again, running up above 100K today, only to kind of cool off right now, right under that 100K. The big story today, guys, is really XRP. XRP is absolutely running today, guys. We talked about this for the last few days, that I was expecting XRP to really break these local highs right here coming up soon. It was just, even when we were during the dip, right, XRP's been hanging. This was XRP's dip right here. And this last couple weeks, it has been really hanging around the 236, holding strong, really giving it some support. And pretty much you can see from there on, we pretty much blasted off as of now. So where's XRP headed as of now? Well, we'll probably have to zoom out a little bit and see. You know what? I think we're in uncharted territories, if I'm not mistaken, for XRP. Let's look. Let's see here. All right, so XRP's all-time high is $3.10. We're literally, it looks like we're actually, we're testing the all-time highs right now, if I'm not mistaken. Now, bear with me. For whatever reason, this chart's not giving me the full, yeah, it's just going back to 2019. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are literally right under all-time highs for XRP. So things are looking crazy good. I mean, it should be at all-time highs, right? XRP has gone through so much, probably more than almost any other crypto in the space other than maybe Bitcoin. This thing is literally taken on the SEC and won. officially won, right? They officially won the case. I mean, we all know it's been over with, but they officially won the case. And on top of that, guys, Dirty Gary has 4 more days left in office. 4 more days, right? He's getting the boot. He's saying he's resigning. No, we're booting him out. We're booting him out. That's another reason why XRP's been running as well. Just to kind of, the fact that Gary's been going head-to-head with him, and XRP won. Gary's right now fuming up right now. The markets are going to be rallying continuously, I think, as we move into these next few days. We have the inauguration coming up on the 20th, and we also have the, like I said, we have Gary leaving office on the same day. We're actually going to talk about a couple things here about Gary's position and who's going to be replacing him. So stick with this. Marco said, I have Army and coming soon, Ivy. All right. We're twinning. All right, Lazy, you rocking the beard as well. Flips in the house of more. What's going on, guys? You guys don't seem so freaking hype. What's going on? We need to get hype, guys. Come on. Am I the only one drinking an energy drink right now? Amor said, I don't know what's better to hear, Biden out of office or Gary finally gone. You know what? And like I said, I never really get political, or try not to be. Really, if you saw me voice my frustration against the current administration, it was really because I try to keep it about crypto, right? And what they were doing to crypto was what was really pissing me off, right? And it was really the SEC, which is under the current administration. So yeah, I would agree with them more, right? I mean, I think for crypto related space, it's going to be nothing but a plus. I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this for a very long time, that it's going to be a good day when Gary particularly is out of office, right? So definitely good. Looking at the crypto bubbles right now, you guys can see everything is running today. Fartcoin back up 23%. It's a good day. Virtual 27, XDC running algo. XRP up 15%. I mean, you can go across the board. Solana's up 9%, guys. A lot of fundamental projects are running right now. We do have meme coins that are doing fairly well as well. Like we have Bonk up 6%, Pepe up 8%, but Shiba about 3%. Brett coming out of nowhere up 9%. So you can see most of the meme coins aren't doing bad, but they haven't even started yet, guys. I'm telling you, it hasn't even started yet. I think what we have in front of us, guys, if we can keep this structure, if we can keep this momentum, if we can keep this hype, you're going to see all that retail money coming right back into the space. Mark my words. And what do you think they're going to be buying? They're going to probably be buying XRP. I think XRP is going to be leading the altcoin space, but I also do believe that almost like how Ethereum is, right? XRP does really well. It's probably going to bring a lot of money into the altcoin space as well. So let's look right now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bitcoin's dominance has been coming down dramatically. Let me see here. We're on the weekly, so it doesn't look too dramatic yet. I mean, not dramatically, but you can see that it has been coming down. So I'm going to get rid of this trend line, because this right here is a trend line that we've been kind of staying above recently, right? But this isn't that important trend line that we pretty much have broke a while back. And that was, let's see here, this trend line right here. As the last 2 years have played out, this trend line has pretty much played. But as of recent, in the last few months, we did break below. This is when we saw the alts kind of starting to break out. And then obviously we saw a scare in the market, and Bitcoin dominance kind of spiked again. And you can see it is hanging relatively high. I mean, even though Bitcoin dominance has come down, it's still pretty high at around 57.5%. We want to see this dominance start coming back down towards that 53. Like we talked about before, it never really came down to that area. We saw it come down to about 54.5, and we saw alts start going crazy, right? Imagine when we see Bitcoin's dominance break below this 53.8, 53.9 area, and possibly a little bit lower. I don't think it's going to go too low this time, honestly, with ETFs and everything like that. But we probably will see, maybe a close 50%, dominance, with 50% of the market cap being in Bitcoin, the other 50% coming into alts. And you know what? As this continues, right, as Solana too, but as XRP continues to build, Bitcoin continues to build, the market cap as a whole is going to continue to rise, right? So if we're starting to kind of break that in half, right? Right now, our market cap's at around $3.5 trillion, right? If we're able to break this in half, and let's say, in the next month or two, we're at 6 or 7 trillion, that's going to be $3+ trillion that are in alts right now. Right now, you can look at it as if we take 57% out of this 3.5, you'd probably look at around 2.5, maybe a little bit over 2.5 trillion. Well, we're talking about a whole nother maybe $500 billion plus dollars coming into the alt space, probably more if you really think about it, because I keep saying it, but XRP, I think now that it has just the green light ahead of it, I've never really, I had a chance, we all did, right, to buy XRP at like 40 cents, if not below. I never really paid attention to it, never really bought into it. Not that I didn't like it or I didn't pay attention to it, but I just never really was intrigued into it because the market cap was so freaking high. Well, now when I'm looking at it, you look at the fundamentals, you look at everything as far as the baking and what we have going on. Remember the articles that we read yesterday about possible, first week of Trump coming in and him relieving a lot of these bills and stuff that are withholding the banks from holding it in their portfolios. We could see banks start implementing XRP possibly, right? We could start seeing stuff like that happening. This is exactly what XRP is built for. This is another reason why XRP is running. I mean, there's just endless things going on right now that are going for XRP. And that's why you're seeing XRP just absolutely rip, right? So I'm anticipating that this market cap, we could easily see a 7, 8, maybe even $10 trillion market cap, maybe even dethroning gold, because I believe gold, if I'm not mistaken, is somewhere around $10, $12 trillion. We might dethrone gold on this cycle. That's what's in front of us, guys. We have a lot of bullish stuff ahead of us. Remember, we talked about this. The strategic reserve that could possibly, be getting in place, right, in the next week. Yesterday I worded it as this could be as big as the ETFs potentially. I mean, we got a lot of big things ahead of us, guys. I don't mean to keep saying it over and over, but I just want you to understand how much bullishness is right in front of us. It's crazy because a lot of this was in front of us last week, but the charts were down, right? Everybody was just like, oh, it's just like, it was kind of hard to, put a big smile on your face when freaking Bitcoin was at 89K, but what were we doing when we were on here? We were talking about it. I was like, guys, listen, you remember, I literally was saying, guys, I'm not giving you guys financial advice, but this to me seems like such a beautiful time to just be acquiring, dollar cost averaging in, on all your projects that you've already been in, or maybe the ones that you've maybe felt like you missed out on, because we had such a beautiful opportunity last week in regards to some of the alts coming down 30, 40+%. I mean, taking away a lot of their gains that they've seen in the last year. You have the opportunity to buy some of these projects at freaking low prices. Was that the last time? I wouldn't say the last time, because you're always going to have more opportunities in crypto. You might have to wait a while, right? We don't know what's going to be in front of us, but I do know that in the next few days, we're probably most likely, right? Because you can't say for certain, anything could happen, but the way things are looking, bullishness, guys. Very, very a fun time to be in the crypto space, I would say. Pink said, how low Bitcoin dominance has to be for altcoins to run? Let's see here. CMC coin market cap says 56.4 right now. Yeah, so I mean, coin market cap's gonna say one thing, right? They're gonna say where they at 56.4, but our dominance on here on the actual chart that I think is a little bit more accurate in my opinion is 50. We're at 57.6%, right? So you can see the dominance right now is potentially. Oh, that was sloppy right there. Hold on. That's what she said, right? So you can see that we're potentially making some kind of maybe a double top or maybe some kind of an M pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if something like this plays out where dominance continues to fall. We have a big spot for some support around the 57.3, but I wouldn't be surprised if we break this spot eventually. Probably in the next few days, dominance starts coming down. Now, don't think just because dominance is coming down that Bitcoin is going to come down. No, Bitcoin can still climb easily. This just means money is basically evenly flowing into the markets, guys, really, because if you think about it, right now, Dominance means that if you look at the crypto space as a whole, the market cap as a whole, right now, Bitcoin's dominance is at 57% of all that market cap is all in Bitcoin. So what's happening is there, Pink was asking, how far does it need to come down for the alts to really just explode, right? And I think we're starting to see it already happen. But I think when we're down under this 53.8, which we haven't seen yet in this cycle, this 53.8, I think, or below, is where we're really going to be in that, not euphoria stage, but where Solana's most likely going to be at probably 250 to 275, if not maybe 300. XRP is probably going to be at $3.50 plus cents, right? I mean, we can go down the list of all these other alts, right? But usually the bigger caps are going to see it first, and then you're going to start seeing the meme coins and the smaller cap projects taking flight as well, right behind those bigger alts. So in my opinion, this 53.8 is going to be a big spot that we're going to keep an eye on, that we want to see us break here soon or eventually. I think that is when we get around this area and below is when you're going to start seeing some crazy numbers that we haven't probably seen yet on a lot of these alts. Remember, Solana breaking 275, that's all-time highs, right? That's all-time highs. XRP, if I'm not mistaken, because these charts are not really giving me much, but I believe XRP's high is at $3.10. So XRP going to $3.50 plus $3.50, those are all-time highs, right? So you're seeing all-time highs as the dominance comes down, but Bitcoin will probably be well over $100 or $100,000 as well, right? So it's not like we're hoping that Bitcoin crashes. We're just hoping some of that money just spreads out a little evenly and kind of flows into alts as well, so we can start seeing these alts absolutely take off as well. So in due time, shout out to Lazy, 10 months being a member. He said that I owe him a dinner date. Hey, bro, listen, get in that mail truck, drive down here, bro. I'll take you to go get a steak and some drinks, bro, and maybe we'll hit the strip club. I'm just kidding. Steaks and drinks, all right? This is the family channel. All right? Ricky's saying he's thinking 8 to 14 trillion for the market cap. Hey, that could be. That could be. Lazy said also, how do you think the TikTok ban will affect the markets? It won't do anything to the markets, because I think, what I think is going to happen? TikTok's too big to ban, right? Even if they said I didn't see today, but even if they actually ban TikTok, what they're trying to do is they're just trying to get an American investor or allow TikTok to be sold to an American company. It's going to happen, right? They're going to find something. TikTok's too big. It really is. If this was like 4 years ago, whatever, they would probably have just gotten rid of TikTok, in the States and let it be. But it's too big. It's too big. That's like them taking out like the platform we're on right now. I don't even want to say it because then it's going to ring their bells and be like, what? We're banning your channel, right? That's like them taking out. It's too big. It's too big. Maybe they'll make they'll make changes and stuff like that, but they're not going to friggin' take it out. And I don't think it's going to have any direct hit on the markets. And Ricky's right. They extended it to after the inauguration because, Trump was so against TikTok, but I think he sees the prospect in regards to keeping it around. I didn't like the freaking person that owns TikTok. I believe they're from China. I believe they went to Mar-a-Lago to talk with Trump. And I think after that, I think he was like kind of considering finding some kind of solution where they'll leave TikTok in place. But I think they still want to see some kind of an American investor take over. So I will show you guys. So we're getting into this chart right here. I don't bring it up, every time. Well, I do bring it up a lot, but it's a little bit too much to look at, right? There's so many freaking lines and stuff like that. So bear with me. But a couple things here. The trend, right? Since we've made all-time highs, we still haven't broke this downward trend yet. Look where we exactly, now this trend was there. I did put it earlier before we came up, and you can see we pretty much had a candle wick a little bit above, but we couldn't break above this trend. So when is breakout going to happen, right? breakout's going to happen for Bitcoin. We don't need to get to all-time highs necessarily yet, but if we can get a confirmation of breaking above this trend right here, right? So the trend right now is around 100,004, 100,005. We've already broke above, but we need to see not resistance, but got a brain fire here. We need to see ourselves find support above this trend line. Now, if we zoom in, you can see a couple key levels that we're hitting our head on. First is obviously what I already said, that 10,000 or the 100,640. That's a spot right there that we previously have run up and we've hit our head on prior, right? So that is a big spot. We've hit our head there once, but we actually bounced off of this. This is on our daily chart. We found this as some support. You can see once before. So it is a big spot for some resistance because we are below it. But as of now, that 99,700 looks like this is on the daily, looks like this is going to be the spot that we need to break above and find some support above it. We'll zoom in a little bit and we'll see how we're doing. You can see, looking at the when I pull up the 1 hour, you can see this massive candle wick that we formed earlier, but it did come back down. You can see that we are trying to find some support above this resistance line right here, right? But you can see we had one candle actually close. This is on the 1 hour above that 99,700. Other than that, this candle's not over with, but it looks like it's trying. Right now, we are a little bit below. So we definitely want to find this as some support. And this right here is that trend line that we want to see us break above, right? So look at that. We did just break right back up above that 99.7. So hopefully, and I honestly do think that we are going to probably have some support at this 99.7 area, and we'll slowly start making our way breaking above this trend. The trend is our friend, guys, but right now we want to break above it. We need to see us get above that 1,000, the 100,000, at least the 100,002 area, and find that support where we're bouncing off the trend. And I think we're going to continue to move towards the upside for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin moves, it'll move the rest of the market. It will. XRP is going to continue to move and run really well, but it's going to need help with Bitcoin as well, to continue to stay very bullish and to continue to make some higher highs as we move. Or this, I'm not going to say it's going to fizzle out, but it's going to get stuck where it's at. So, and that's the same for any other project right now, guys. So Ricky said China's going to ban Bitcoin again, though, like usual. Bro, they haven't done it in what? It's been like 3 years since they've announced their 17th ban on Bitcoin. But yeah, you are correct. They're probably going to do it because I'm not even exaggerating. They've done it like I think 3 or 4 times already. But what's funny is China's a big holder of Bitcoin. They really are. Let's jump in a couple quick articles, guys, and then we can look at the charts here. So love them or hate them, I don't care. We're going to talk about it right now. Trump's new SEC leadership poised to kickstart crypto's overhaul. So remember, not only is Gary leaving, but the guy that's replacing Gary, we've been talking about this for the last at least 3 weeks, since pretty much after the election. We kind of knew who was coming in. We've talked about this guy. I don't remember his name, but it's going to say it in the articles. But this guy is very pro crypto. I'm talking about very pro crypto. He's voiced his opposition, his opinion against Gary Gensler, as Gary was basically trying to attack Bitcoin. So this is a guy that we want to see in the top of the SEC, because I think he's going to be making life a lot easier as an investor in crypto, right? So let's see here. So top Republican officials at the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission are poised to begin overhauling the agency's cryptocurrency policies potentially as early as next week. Telling you guys, it's going to be happening fast when President-elect Donald Trump takes power. Let's see here. Among these measures, Commissioner Hester Pierce and Mark Uenda are initiating the process that would, I think they worded that wrong, but initiating the process that would ultimately lead to guidance or rules clarifying when the agency considers a cryptocurrency to be a security. and reviewing some crypto enforcement cases pending in the courts. Let's see here. So Paul Atkins, this is the guy that's replacing Gary. Paul Atkins, Trump's crypto-friendly pick for the SEC chair and former agency commissioner, is widely expected to end the cryptocurrency crackdown led by President Biden's Democratic SEC chair, Gary Gensler, but it is unclear when the Senate will confirm him. So Gary has said he will step down on January the 20th, woo, when Trump is sworn in. As of next week, Pierce and Allende will hold the majority among the agency's politically appointed commissioner and are poised to get the ball rolling in the interim, the people said. Like Atkins, the pair are crypto enthusiasts who have criticized Gary's tough stance on the industry and have in the past floated alternative crypto-friendly initiatives. Pierce and Allende were aides to Atkins when he was at the SEC from 2002 to 2008, and the three have a good relationship, according to one of the sources and several other former SEC officials. The three have discussed potential crypto policy changes, said the sources, who declined to be identified, discussing private policy plans. So you guys can see Atkins is going to be coming in, but it's just like the process. If you see a lot of these other people that are that are about to be in Trump's team, they have to be basically approved from Congress, right? So there's going to be a process, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the House is majority red right now, so it's going to most likely happen. But there is processes where they have to be evaluated. They have to be like prosecuted almost, right, to see if they're actually up to hold the job. But Atkins is no stranger to the SEC or anything like that, so he will definitely be put in place there. And nothing but pro crypto is what it sounds like we're going to be running for. Damn, XRP, bro, is continuously making highs, guys. Look at this. Look at that. So speaking of, XRP price finally crosses the $3 mark for the first time since 2018. Let me zoom out real quick. That's what it is, bro. I think XRP has been higher. Oh, no. This is 2018. No, this is not right. That's what I'm saying. For some reason, TradingView is only letting me go back 7 years. It's not letting me go back any farther. Fun fact, XRP is an OG crypto, guys. It's an OG crypto. So after years of anticipation, XRP's price has finally crossed the $3 mark amid a massive upsurge that begun last week. XRP has been nothing short of extraordinary over the past 3 months. Its uptrend began in the back of Donald Trump's election victory last November, allowing it to soar 480% from the low of 50 cents to a 7-year peak of $2.90 on December 3rd. XRP price finally reclaims $3. Despite the bullish push, XRP faces resistance at a psychological relevant $3 piece mark after conquering a $1 and $2 in one fell sweep. The roadblock led to a pullback and subsequent consolidation. However, after 6 weeks of range-bounding price action, XRP has finally captured $3. I wish I would have opened up a long a few days ago when I was telling you guys this thing was going to break above $3. Oh, and also today, I don't mean to go off topic, bro, I opened up a long on Solana right before the freaking the CPI report dropped and picked up it jumped up 200% on my long, dude. I ended up closing it, and I closed it at freaking 197, and Solana right now is at $2.04, so it probably would have ran up another 100% most likely. But I was like, you know what? I'm securing the bag. 200% literally in 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes. So what's next? What's next from here? So data from the daily chart indicates that an achievement comes on the back of an impressive 11.4% increase recorded by XRP today. The altcoin is currently building a bullish momentum. that began over the weekend, which saw an initial 10% price surge on Saturday. Despite a 2.81% pullback on Saturday or Sunday, XRP price began the new week with a renewed strength and is now looking to seal the third consecutive day of intra gains. Today, the asset soared to a new 7-year top at $3.02 on Bitstamp following a US CPI data release before witnessing a resistance that has triggered a mild pullback. This article was from earlier because this thing has shot up since then. But guys, things look great, especially for XRP. Even if you're not invested in XRP running right now, I'm telling you guys, is going to be nothing but perfect for this altcoin season. My thing is do you think it's going to take out freaking do you think it's going to be taking out Ethereum soon? $180 million market cap. Where is Ethereum at right now? 412. So, I mean, it's literally about 40% of what Ethereum's market cap is. So, I don't think Ethereum has anything necessarily to worry about right this second, but whew, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Absolutely craziness. Art said, we're bullish again. Just like that, bro. Literally just like that. What's going on, Win? Ricky, the first day in office, Trump will sign orders for crypto, which is a huge deal. Never in Bitcoin history has there been any positive government policy for crypto markets. I feel like I've been saying that for a little while now, bro. I really do. I feel like for the last few weeks, it's been like, while we were down like crazy, it was just like, I know, guys, we're down, but we have a lot ahead of us, right? And everybody's just like, bro, we don't want to hear that right now. The markets are down. I'm like, this is when it's a good time to buy, right? What's Ordinals doing right now? I always forget that I just picked up an enormous bag of Ordinals. What's she looking like right now? She hasn't popped yet. 26. I mean, I'll take it. Definitely in the profits right now. Ordinals has a little trend line that she needs to break and stay above. Solana right now, $2.04. Absolutely looking great. Looking great. Breaking above the 236 for Solana. So Solana's not far from highs, in my opinion. Not far from highs at all. XRP, obviously, we already know is killing it. Myro, not doing bad with a nice little run towards the upside. You know what else is not doing bad today, Ricky? Maniki. Oh, Manik is not doing bad right now. Let's see here. Up 11.6% right now. Not doing too bad. Pointing to the sky right here. I'll take it. I will take it. Ricky said he thinks I should trade Ordinals for Fartcoin. It's funny, but at the same time, short term, Fartcoin has been killing it, right? It's funny, but it's kind of true, right? Let's pull up Fartcoin's market cap. Damn, bro, Fartcoin's at $1.3 billion. No effing way, dude. We're going to have to put some respect on Fartcoin's name. Holy hell. I mean, look at this. In the last 4 months, this thing's up freaking 2,000%. Oh my God. This was a gem right here. If anybody jumped in on, because look where you had to buy it. On Solana, on Radium, Jupiter, right? One of those gems where you swapped in. If you held it, dude, oh my God, you're up like crazy. This thing technically says this thing's up like 200,000% right now. Freaking crazy. The price was, it looks like it was at like a penny at its low. That's crazy. Ricky, you better put some respect on Fartcoin's name, boy. I feel so weird saying that. Steve's coming in here to let's see here, Steve. He said, as you've seen, we hit this $89,000 close. To that 88, I told you we would hit. As of recent, looks like Bitcoin will take a hit to 68,000. What? As of recent, looks like Bitcoin will take a hit to 68K. I mean, listen, I think we talked about this before, Steve. I would say this, right? I wouldn't disagree with you because Bitcoin and crypto will do whatever it needs to do. But I don't know if it's, I mean, we have a lot of bullishness ahead of us for right now. So if we are going to come down and retrace and maybe, find some of those levels, I don't think it's going to be, any time necessarily in the near future. And I say at least we have this week and next week ahead of us that we're probably going to be running up. I said this on the stream last week or the last few days, anticipating this pump when we were down to 80 or 90,000, was saying that depending on how high we get, around the inauguration is going to be a big indicator on, if we do see a retracement, how low we can go, right? Because I still do, and this is what I was saying yesterday, was that I am not 100% certain, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing this pump, right? And it's almost like a buy the rumors, sell the news event as far as we get closer towards inauguration. So, I won't disagree and say that we're definitely not going to see those levels, but I don't know if it's going to be, because you're not really putting a time frame on it, which I understand, right? So I can't say that you're wrong, but I don't think it's going to be any time necessarily soon, hopefully, right? So, but we'll see how it goes. Art said, you can't trust a fart, but you can trust Fartcoin. Is that their slogan? Their slogan. Is that their slogan? All right. XRP up 18% right now, guys. Absolutely monster. Freaking monster, dude. XRP is going to take all the alts with it. Watch. What's ladies looking like right now? Possible W pattern on ladies. Possible W pattern on ladies. I bought in on ladies. Obviously, you guys know I picked up the dip down here. I'm definitely up. But you know what? I'm not impatient with this one. I'm just like, you know what? I got it at a good price. Just do what you got to do. Just eventually pop, right? Just eventually go crazy. Fear and greed index, obviously fear is starting to come back, or I'm sorry, greed is starting to come back up. We're back into that mid neutral. I'm sure tomorrow when these numbers drop, we'll be closer towards greed, getting close to that area. So, I mean, we talked about this, guys. I told you we were going to flip bullish fast, right? Just like we flip bearish fast. It's just that thin line right now that we're trying to treading, where it's just like any day we could flip to being bearish or we can flip to being bullish, right? And you guys remember what we talked about in the members only stream, guys, on this last stream, right? Be prepared. Be prepared. Ricky, that wave theory has one scenario of 68K, but is now in the process of performing an alternate theory with the same outcome but a different sequence. I still think that we're definitely going to break all-time highs. I don't know if it's going to be right now on this pump, but we're definitely breaking all-time highs, right? And, we talked about this prior. I'm not going to really dive into it much right now, but we talked about this prior when we compared kind of this area that we're in right now to the same kind of stuff that was going on during the last election in January of 2021 when the last administration came in, right? We saw kind of something similar, and then we saw a massive run up. I think we would see almost an identical January. This right here was the month of January 2021. I would have thought that we would see something very similar, but just like a lot of people said in the chat, we've never had such a pro crypto administration coming into office, which I think that's obviously, I already told you guys, we're going to get the Trump pump, and that's exactly what's kind of come back into order, is that Trump pump, right? A lot of people are betting that, that first day that he's in office, the signing a lot of these executive orders, first the strategic reserve, the new SEC guy coming in, Atkins replacing Gary Gensler. You can go down the list of just a lot of different things that are coming in that we haven't seen, I think, at all in the crypto space. That's definitely market movers. On top of, we saw a CPI report that came out that was nothing but perfect for us, right? These are the numbers for the CPI report. You can see core is really what the Feds look at, and we were forecast to hit 3.3, and we came in. We've been at 3.3 flatline stagflation for the last freaking 6 months, it feels like. And finally, we at least broke towards the right side. It was only a tick, but we actually came down a slight bit. That was why this morning at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, you saw the markets just start to explode. So, Gina, what's going on? Happy birthday, Gina. Everybody say happy birthday to Gina. She's finally 21, guys. Shout out to Gina. Happy birthday to Gina. Happy birthday, Gina. I really do appreciate you being here. Ricky, I agree with you, bro. Ricky said we don't need to go too high. We just need dominance to come down or crash. And I don't think we're going to see a dominance crash, but I agree with you. Bitcoin can hang around in the numbers that we're in right now, and you can see dominance, continue to move down, and alts can go freaking crazy, right? We don't necessarily need Bitcoin to run up to $200,000 necessarily. We could see Bitcoin, like I said, could stay around these areas, and you can see just the confidence coming back into the market and people actually just flooding into alts, looking for those last minute 10Xs and 20Xs and stuff like that. So Jojo, what's going on, brother? Said happy birthday, Gina. Jojo, we need to get your name green, bro. Almost didn't recognize you. I almost didn't recognize you, bro. Let me see if there's anything else really going on. I don't think. See here. We already talked about XRP. Trump's SEC planned crypto overhaul may freeze crypto lawsuits. Look at this. Jamie Dimon, the biggest freaking, he's the biggest, freaking bear against Bitcoin. Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. Blockchain is a solution. But data shows that cash fuels crime. These people, bro. Eventually, these people are going to be non-existent, and we'll have to deal with them. Not saying anything's going to happen to them. I'm just saying, that old school mentality eventually will be gone, Look at this. Why Bitcoin could shock traders with a drop to 70K. Ricky said. Ricky said when that happens, I'll be running around the house in my shorts celebrating my altcoin victory. All right, well, just don't send us anything on the Discord with you doing that, all right, bro? We don't need to see any of that stuff, all right? Keep that for the house. I'm pretty sure this person's trolling. John Ross said, is it too late for me to jump in? I've got some FOMO action going. Oh man, what do you guys think? You think that's a troll, or you guys think he's really asking? I'm gonna go with 75% chance he's probably trolling, which is perfectly fine, right? You should definitely, not financial advice, you should check out Fartcoin, bro. I think Fartcoin's the future. Fartcoin's going to take out XRP. Is what I think. Thank you, Art. Fartcoin ETF coming soon. Fartcoin's going to reshape the way we look at crypto. I'm just messing with you, bro. Jara, I'm just messing with you, bro. If that's how you pronounce your name. He said, I thought Fartcoin was done. Thanks, bro. I'm not telling you to buy into anything. I was just messing with you. But, I mean, you know, if you are being serious in regards to, like, is it too late to buy in on anything? I think dollar cost averaging in is always a good thing, right? You know, just buying small increments if you're long term, I think is the best way to go, in my opinion. But best times to be buying in the recent would have been last week, right? Just a few days ago was a decent time. I mean, in all due reality, a lot of these alts really haven't, they're up 10, 15% right now. But they haven't really gone berserk yet, right? So, I mean, take it out you want it. Bitcoin back above 100K though. What is Caspa running? Nice little W pattern for Caspa though. Look at that. Look at that sloppy double bottom right there. But look at that beautiful W pattern right there for Caspa. So next big spot that you're going to be talking about for Caspa would be 236 at around the 15.9, around that 16 cent mark. That's going to be the big spot. I mean, look at this beautiful, you can see clear as day. Remove this freaking, you can see clear as day a nice little double bottom right there. Found support at our support level and the 382 right there. So you can see nice support. 236 is probably next on the list at around 15.9, 16 cent area. So you could be talking potentially maybe all-time highs with Caspa coming up soon, right? Flip came with the ultimate. He said he thinks he said Fartcoin will eventually run out of gas. Ricky said, think about it. If there is a shitload of buyers that didn't even get in yet, and probably not for a while still. Oh yeah, I mean, I still don't know if Jara was trolling or if he was being serious. Now he makes me feel terrible because I was like, you know, not giving him serious opinions of what I have. But, you know, at the end of the day, oh, there he is. Let's see. I appreciate it. Look at that. I don't think he was trolling. He said, you just gained a sub, bro. I've been away for 3 years. Was really into crypto in 2021 and just getting back into it. Appreciate you. No worries, dude. No worries, dude. And I was just, it's all fun and games, man. I was just playing around too. I'm glad to see you back, bro. 2021, hell of a year in crypto. I don't think I could have just packed my bags up, like me personally. I mean, I didn't, right? I told you guys always know my story on crypto. Started trading in 2020. I don't think I could have packed my bags up and like just walked away from crypto for the last couple years. Like it just, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Like crypto's become life. Like it's not my it's not like my complete life, but it consumes a lot of it. Because obviously you guys know I just like charts all day, right? Just charts. And just looking for the next move and stuff like that, whether I'm day trading, leverage trading, or whatever the case is, so it's almost like it's almost become such a obviously investment, but such a part of my life, so and this has been for the last few years, and especially Ja, if you were around just a year and a half, 2 years ago, we were in a bear market. That was the best time to be around, dude. Picking up some of these alts at like just crazy steal prices, and eventually we will be there again. But we have, in my opinion, one more big run ahead of us, and then I think eventually, like who was talking about it earlier? Was it Steve? Yeah, Steve. People like Steve will be right where we are going to eventually retrace back to some of these levels, that I think people don't think we're ever going to see again, which I do think. I don't think we're ever going to come back down to like 20K. There's just too much institutional money in Bitcoin. But I think at some point when we do get back into the bear market, at some point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see, a brief $50,000, $60,000 Bitcoin at some point, right? But think about that. $50,000, $60,000 Bitcoin. People that are maybe sitting on the sidelines would go crazy, and you'd have such a massive buy pressure on something like that. Even if the times were so bearish, I don't think we would come down to anything further past those levels, because people would be just eating up, $50,000 Bitcoin, So, but never say never, right? Ricky said, where are you saying, like, where did I learn how to trade? Bro, just trial and error, really, and just being in the space for so long. Like I said, I was involved in stocks and stuff like that prior to crypto, but nothing like too crazy. But like I told you guys, I stumbled across crypto from a friend that was just like in 2020 was telling me to just buy Doge, bro. And I was like, Doge? I was like, what? First I was like, what the hell is Doge? And he's like, bro, just buy Doge. I'm like, all right, how do you buy it? I was like, how do you buy it? And he's like, just download Robinhood, right? Because I was a beginner. I was like, all right. So I ended up picking up Robinhood and picking up Doge at like 2 cents, and just stumbling across that and making money off of that, because I was just picking it up, buying it. And then obviously I sold when we ran, and I was like, I like this. I was like, I really like this. So I started just really, and then from there I moved into like Ethereum and more fundamental projects. And I started to really want to learn how the charts are, right? And I started learning bears and bull markets and stuff like that in the 4-year cycle. It just comes with time. It comes with time with all that stuff, Virtuals, bro. Obviously, we saw these all-time highs. Newer project dropped down to the, I believe this is the 0.5 right here, right? You can see a nice, solid support level. Obviously, we did wick down a little bit below, but beautiful support on the 0.5. Nice run up. And what we're doing is, as you can see, bro, we're up like crazy on virtuals. And I think it's going to, I think eventually it's going to get back up and probably break highs. But you can see two things. The wick got stopped at the 236, and you can see the candle actually is testing where it's pretty much getting a lot of resistance from this trend line, believe it or not. So we have the upward trend that we pretty much were bouncing off of as we were running up, making highs. You can see once we broke below it, we found that support at 0.5, and now we're pretty much right there testing that trend line, trying to break above. That's around the $3.83 mark, which is pretty much right where we're at right now. So the 236 is going to be your $4 mark. somewhere around there, that's going to be a big spot for some resistance. And then this trend, obviously, we want to see us break above the trend, get back above there. And I think once you get it back above the trend, the 236, find that support, you're probably going to be making all-time highs again, right? So highs right now are somewhere around $5.26. So, but momentum's been behind this project since it's pretty much blown up, and it's been running like crazy. Obviously, you can see on the charts. So, Flip saying, do you think that we're going further? Flip said, do you think we're going further in 2025? And what he's referring to is basically, you know, the last, like, what is it? I want to say the last like 3 months, if not longer. You know, we've kind of anticipated everything that we've been going through, right? We called the top. I said we were in a bear flag. You know, I didn't have time frames on when we were going to drop, but it was like literally a week later we saw this big retracement. Couple of things. I had said, well, you know what, guys? You know what I really do think is that we're going to see a retracement, but I think that we're going to probably see a nice big bounce towards the first quarter of 2025, kind of like what we're seeing now. And I was saying that probably around March, right? I said we're most likely going to top out, and I was saying that's probably going to be it. Now, I'm like on the fence where I do think that we're probably going to see something like that happen. But, you know, you remember, Flip, during the members only stream, I kept referring back to 2021, right? 2021 for Bitcoin, we kind of saw something similar to what we're at right now, right? And I'm going to bring it back up, but we saw something similar where we saw January, because this was a 4-year cycle. We saw the retracement. After that, after January, we pretty much saw a nice run up again up until about March, April, around that time. We made all-time highs, and then we retraced again, only to kind of sit there for about 8 weeks before one more big push towards the upside. This scenario could play out for 2025, right? So I'm on the fence in regards to, are we going to be topping out the first quarter, maybe the first 4 or 5 months of this year, or are we going to maybe top out briefly, see a retracement mid-year, and then only go for another last big push towards the end of the year? That's where I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence now, because we have so much stuff going and, you know, going for crypto for 2025 that we haven't ever seen. 1, 2, I started really going back and looking at the charts, and 2020 really is mimicking 2024, right? And they're 4 years apart. Isn't that crazy? 4-year cycles. You can see 2020, we had a massive run up, retracement in January, like what we're seeing. And then you saw another run up. This was in 2024. This is in 2021. We saw, you know, that continuation of the bull run continue. So I'm on the fence in regards to that. But you remember what we talked about in the members only stream. Regardless, I'm going to be very prepared. And yeah, I don't care if I don't catch the top. Definitely, I've already secured the bag, but me jumping back in on this retracement, definitely going to secure the bag. So, you know, going to be on it like white on rice in regards to this run that we're in currently right now. And I'll contemplate, you know, repositioning myself, you know, maybe in the next month or two or however long it takes, you know, and see how the markets are as far as if I'm going to be, you know, staying in the markets for majority of this year, or if I'm going to be jumping out and just waiting patiently for whenever this next bull run or the next bear market, you know, will come. Another thing too that I'm seeing is it's not as pretty, but you can see almost like a double top on the daily for Bitcoin, right? That's what it kind of looks like, guys. You can see, I mean, you see this like double top for the daily, right? So this could indicate a big move potentially happening. So we'll see how it plays. Ricky said I was buying Ethereum because it was cheaper than Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, back in 2020, 21 when I was buying, Ethereum was at 1,000 at the time. It was like 900 when I first started buying in. And I was looking at the charts. I was like, I'm looking at Ethereum at 900. I'm looking back, a year before. I was looking in 2020 when COVID hit. Bitcoin, you guys, I don't know if a lot of us weren't here. Bitcoin during COVID, the whole market crashed briefly. Bro, you want to talk about the freaking buy of the century? Was anything that you could get your hands on during that time. It was in March. The whole market took a shit. I'm talking about the stock market, crypto. Bitcoin went down to $3,000, guys. Freaking Ethereum was down to like $200. Like, it was insane. And I was looking back at that and I was like, damn it. Why wasn't I in crypto just freaking 8 months ago? Like looking at the prices, looking at $900 Ethereum, like, damn, I'm buying it expensive. And then a year later, Ethereum runs up to like 4,800. I was like, hell yeah. Like crazy stuff. Gina said, thank you, Lazy. I don't know what those memberships mean. It just looks like a big move. Thanks, Lazy. You're great. What'd Lazy do? I'm just going to call you Ra, bro. That's what we're going to call you around here. Ra. Ra's our new guy around here. So Ra said, should I wait for another dip to DCA on CAS, or should I or just start ASAP? I mean, that's something you're going to have to decide, bro. That's something you're going to have to decide for right now. I mean, I always, like, for myself, it's patience, right? Patience is key. So, I mean, is it probably going to continue to run up? Most likely, right? But, I mean, will you get an opportunity to maybe buy in at some better prices? I would almost guarantee it, but the time frame is like, when is that going to happen? Could be tomorrow. Could be 6 months from now. We don't know, right? So, that's why I always just say dollar cost average in, regardless. If you're impatient, and I don't mean to say like you're impatient, but if you just like, I want to jump in now. I personally, if I had that mind frame, I would just be buying smaller increments, just because if the project's going to be running, just have patience, because you're always going to see somewhat of a retracement, right? Just like if you talked about a month ago or whatever, was it like a month or two ago, Bitcoin's at 108 grand. People are like, bro, we're going to probably drop down to 80K or 89,000 or 90,000. People would be like, yeah, right. And everybody's like, just buy now. And then bam, look, 4 or 5 weeks later, we saw a retracement, So it's like, have patience, let it play out. I'm sure you'll get an opportunity to buy in at some comfortable prices that you feel, right? Not financial advice. Ricky said the alts really didn't move much yet, and Bitcoin breaks the trend. Alts should push up. Exactly. I mean, alts really, like, they're having a decent day today, right? Although if you exclude XRP, XRP is absolutely ripping. But if you look at everything else, you're looking at probably around 5 to maybe 10% moves, right? But if you think about it and you look at the weekly on a lot of these projects, they're still down probably 15, 20%, from where we were at prior, a month ago. So Flip said, mad respect for you, Crip. You're honest and resilient on this ever-changing cycle. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you just as much, dude, especially all that support you give to the channel. I do thank you. One chart says 99.9. This chart says 100,200. I guess we'll go with this chart. I like it better. So for now, like I said, guys, we're 100,000, the 100,670, we'll call it maybe 100,700, right? That's going to be a spot that we have right now that we are basically looking at as some resistance, right? That is going to be the resistance, and it looks like the trend line as well is what we want to break. This trend line is just a trend that we've had since we made all-time highs. Since, remember that run up to 103 that we had briefly, what was that, or 102.5 or 102.6. This was probably like maybe a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago we saw this run, and then you can see. So we want to break this trend of making lower highs. So hopefully we can break above. That's going to be a really big indication that the market is ready to fly right now. So we haven't necessarily done that yet, but just like Ricky brought up, Bitcoin can trade sideways from where it's at right now, around the 100K. And I guarantee if it sticks around these areas, you're going to eventually see a lot of money just flowing into alts. People are just going to be basically like, screw it. I'm ready to get into one of these 10Xs or 20X projects. So we can hang around where it's at right now, for Bitcoin. And I guarantee that we're probably going to start seeing a big run in these alts. So we'll see how it plays out. But on the 15, what is this? Looking to see. Looks like we're trying to find some support here, so we'll see how it plays out. Art said, check out that ticker. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Bro, XRP is the thing to be right now, bro. XRP, guys. Whew. Where do you guys think XRP is running for tonight? You think we're gonna what? I mean, we keep breaking and breaking. 320 is probably gonna be a spot for some. Already is actually. Look at that. Let me move this fib retracement. Yeah, 320 is where we've pretty much topped out so far. I think it's probably going to be like increments of like 320, 330, 340 for right now. But what Art, what are you talking about? I missed something. You said check out that ticker. What ticker? Oh, you're talking about Virtuals protocol? Nash said this year XRP is going to leave those who didn't hodl shaken. I think we're already there, Nash. I think a lot of us that didn't buy in are shaken right now. Just like, holy crap. Listen, I always had respect for XRP, even when it was stagnant at around 50 cents. I said this thing because obviously we knew it had a lot of weight on it as far as, being attacked by the SEC and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'm blown away how high this market cap has ran, and it just continues to run and run. That just shows you guys how much money is actually flowing in. I mean, look at this. $22 billion as of now has flown in and out of XRP for just today, right? Market cap is getting close to $200 billion. There's only been a few projects that have gotten this big, right? And you take out stable coins or anything like that, it's really Bitcoin, Ethereum, and freaking XRP, right? That's really the only projects that I know of. I'm sure there might have been blimps potentially throughout the last few years that have maybe gotten into this area, but I'm pretty uncertain about that one. XRP has hit a milestone in regards to where it's at as of now, and I think it's really, I mean, look at the market cap. It's as high as it's ever been right now for XRP. So it's just it's pretty awesome to see something like this happen. It really is. Shout out to everybody that is holding XRP, really. TJ, what's going on, brother? TJ, you still holding on to your Myro? You still got that bag? Flips, I'm going in on Turbo and hedging the same investment amount with XRP. 50-50, nice. What's Turbo doing right now? You know what? So Turbo kind of just looks like it kind of looks like every meme coin right now. It's up today, right? You can see it's up. It's still hanging above this trend, so it looks great. It never really broke the trend, so that was good for Turbo. I think every meme coin right now is like this, where it's up like 5 or 10%, and I think we're just kind of waiting. Right now, the spotlight isn't on meme coins, particularly right now. Maybe you're like, well, no, Crip, this meme coin did 100% today. Fartcoin's up 40%, which I understand. I'm saying the vast majority of meme coins right now, you guys, I feel like we go through this every like month, right? Where it's like, all right, the fundamental projects, the utility projects, Bitcoin right now, XRP, they're all having their run. I was like, let them do what they got to do, and let's just hope the market stays strong, right? Because the money's eventually, people are going to get into those riskier assets, aka meme coins, right? And that's when you're going to see these meme coins start running like crazy. So just in due time. And something like Turbo is poised to make a massive run. You see the drawing right here, Flip. It's going to happen. TJ said it's been rough. I hear you, bro. I know you've been holding on to the bag for a little while, right? But I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. So I think Myro is going to do really well, bro. I really do. I think Myro is going to do really well, and hopefully that pays out as far as holding on to that bag. So Ra said, Crip, you have a group I can join you guys at. It's some good vibes in here. Yeah. As long as you come in, bro, with good intentions, I don't mind opening the gates briefly for our Discord. We keep a tight-knit community. Let's see here. So I don't mind you joining. Just come in with good intentions, bro. That's all I ask. Because we are close, and if I get word of anything, yeah. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So if you're active in the Discord, come join. This is for everybody. Come join. Like I said, come with good intentions. You come in with anything. You start sending links in the Discord. You start messaging people individually. The word gets out and you just poof, you're gone. Right? But if you want to have fun, talk crypto all the time with a lot of people, we have people from across the pond, so people are up in the middle of the night, or the middle of the night where I'm at, in the States. It's a good community, so come join. I'm going to pin the Discord on the top. Yeah, TJ, I'm still anticipating a at least $1 Myro is what I'm anticipating. So hopefully that plays out, bro. Because if you think about it, for Myro particularly, let's pull up Myro. Get out of here, Fartcoin, taking all the damn publicity around here. Fartcoin. I feel like I could just say it loud. Fartcoin. Now, but TJ, if you look, circulating supply is at 944 million, right? That's freaking low for a meme coin. Very low as far as circulating supply. So all we would need to get up to is about a 944, basically $1 billion market cap, and you would see $1 Myro. So Bitcoin back above 100K right now. Ross said, I'm here to learn and add value eventually. No problems from me ever. Nice, bro. Come join the community, bro. Come join the squad. You'll have fun. Flip said, look at the holders and volume on Turbo. Let me pull up. Does CoinMarketCap tell us the holders? Sure they do. What do we have here? Oh yeah, well, I know wallets. I wish they would tell us how many freaking people actually are holding Turbo. I don't feel like getting on Etherscan. Well, I guess we can. Fuck it. They have the link right here. So 51,700 holders. So that's good. That's good. Definitely good. Who's holding these bags, bro? Uphold 10%. OKX, you got BitGet, MEXC, Gate.io, Binance, Crypto.com, Yeah, 51 plus thousand holders, not bad at all. TJ said I'm getting like 1,000 jupe for their Juperary. Are they doing another airdrop? Bro, you guys remember what was that, like 8 months ago? That kid that got like over $1 million in Jupiter airdrops because he had like 10,000 wallets. My boy played this, like did good, not like played the system, like Scammy just freaking outsmarted the system. Oh, I should get some using perps. Nice. What was messed up is I didn't get any of the last airdrop. They were like, all you have to do is swap. And I was like all on there swapping like crazy and I didn't get any airdrops from any of my wallets. So I don't know what the hell happened there. Jupiter's at 83 cents. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad price. They're at 1.1 billion. You can see, for this swap, I think Jupiter is going to do really well as Solana continues to build. I just particularly don't like buying in on swap tokens, right? Like their native tokens, just because, I mean, like, look at this. For the last year, you can see it does have runs, but it's kind of like just staying around the same area of like that $1 to 80 cent mark, just because it's a swap, in my opinion. I don't think that it's really like, I don't know, like it's like a Bitcoin or like, a Solana, particularly like an actual Solana. I'm not saying it doesn't have utility behind it, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just never really was interested in buying in on native swap tokens, particularly. So, but I think as Solana, continues to just build and more users, come to the ecosystem, Jupiter's just always going to do really well just because, I particularly love using Jupiter, right? As for, you guys know, we talk about it all the time on the members only stream. I always use their perpetuals and stuff like that. So, breaking news: Flip said that Ricky and Amor are snipers. I knew it. I freaking knew it, bro. I freaking knew it, Flip. Makes sense, bro. Art said Big Cat did a huge burn, thus the last pump. Hell yeah. I knew freaking Ricky and Amor were damn snipers. You gotta keep an eye on them, bro. You really do. Looks like we're starting to come back up to this area, the 100,006 area. So far, we have not been able to break above. But this right here just shows you guys, right? We have a lot of stuff coming in these next few days. I wouldn't be surprised. Expect probably like price action like we've kind of seen today. Are we going to probably have some retracements here and there? Always expect it, right? But just understand what we have in front of us. As everybody we already know what we have in front of us as far as the inauguration, these day one executive orders, Gary leaving. But there's people out there right now that are just learning this stuff. They're just finding all this stuff out, and they're like, hell yeah. And they're getting that confidence back, and they're buying in the market. They're finally coming back after this big drop that we just seen. So I'm anticipating that we're going to see continuation of the upside, for these next few days. Hopefully we can see this just keep moving, right? And we get out of January and Bitcoin is well above 100K. So, but I still have my speculation of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, potentially, right? Because, it's notorious for crypto. So, we'll see how it plays out, guys. But Art said, Crip, when new NFTs for NFK? I don't know, bro. We need to look into that. Damn, that thing shot up. Look at that. I would love, but this time around, bro, I would love to do something like that. We're going to do a smaller batch of NFTs and, probably be around the same price. We did them for very cheap, like $5. But I would love to do something like that, some dope artwork, and maybe get like opinions from the community and stuff like that. And we'll see how it goes with all that. Ricky said he has an idea: buy the red, sell the green. If only it was that easy, right? if only it was that easy. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. I had a fantastic night with you guys. Stay bullish, right? Stay bullish. We're going to be fine, guys. Regardless of what happens, we're going to be good, guys. So enjoy. I hope you guys wake up tomorrow and your portfolios have 2x'd on you, if not more. We'll continue to keep monitoring the charts. Tomorrow, we'll be right back here at the same time. So if you haven't already, which I know, I look at the statistics, the analytics, like 94% of the people that are watching the streams are all subscribed. So that's awesome, guys. I really do appreciate it. But those other 5%, hit the damn subscribe button, hit the notification bell, slap that like on your way out, and I appreciate it, right? With that being said, guys, I will see you guys all tomorrow, all right, guys? If you need anything, let me know. I'll be in the Discord. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? See you guys later.